Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
माता जी मेरी
Which was 12. It's actually.
Mike? Oh.
India.
Oh, okay. Maharaj. Encourage. Okay.
Sami jawa लागतं बाई.
Eh?
सा jawa लागते ना.
તમે નહીં ગયા?
हैं?
તમે નહીં ગયા?
नहीं.
Cold.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare
next. Whose turn?
Prabhuji, can I sing?
Yeah. You're very fond of singing.
But I don't know harmonium. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
People, good job. More of a humiliation than
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Krishna and Prabhupada. And you.
Hare
Collect yourself. Collect yourself. Get yourself a little.
Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada,
Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवृत स्तुतर सत श्री श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस of Chरण Aravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Recording mode. I don't know why it doesn't come. Okay. This is record. No. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya.
Narayanam Namaskritya.
Naram Chaiva Narottama.
Naram Chaiva Narottama.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasa.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasa.
Tato Jaya Mudire.
Tato Jaya Mudire.
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu.
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Bhagavati Uttam Sloke.
Bhagavati Uttam Sloke.
Bhaktira Bhavati Naistiki.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki.
Granth-raj, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. So, very profound understanding from the scriptures is that we are spirit soul and not this material body. Hindi or English? What do you think?
English and French.
English, okay.
But they all understand Hindi, I think.
हिंदी बहुत है हिंदी
हिंदी वाले
हिंदी बहुत है।
नरेश पे
I think Naresh is
Hindi
will be
wale
left out. Okay, we can do in English and do something in Hindi also a little bit. This is very profound understanding from the scripture and very important basic information. So, because we are spirit soul, our constitution is that we are Sat Chit Ananda, full of knowledge, bliss, eternal. So that's our nature. We are bliss. We are bliss. But by nature, every living entity in material world is suffering due to conditioning, due to Prabhupada says, I was hearing him this morning, he says, so many layers on spirit. So many layers. So, we should undo those layers. Then that bliss becomes manifest. It's covered due to layers. The first layer is false ego. False ego means that which I am not and I am posing to be. Ahamkar, I am the one. I am the center of the universe. I am the enjoyer. I am the doer. I am the Iswar. I am the controller. So this is thick layer. Of course it is subtle but very thick layer. Aham, मैं, I, कार, omkar, ahamkar, humkar. So, hunkar, I am the one. Then the other layer is mind, intelligence. The intelligence is a discriminating faculty in our existence. It discriminates what is right and what is wrong. So we tend to discriminate wrong. What is right, we don't want to hear. What is wrong, we want to hear. The discrimination is not proper. How I can go back to my bliss? There is no good discrimination. And then another third layer is mind. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Emono durumati. Then sansara bhitare. Then puriya achinu ami. Excuse me, I got a very heavy cold. You don't want to come nearby me to catch one. So, Emana Durmati, a man, Durmati, wicked mind. A man Durmati, Sansara Bhitari, Padiyachi. This mind dragged me into the whirlpool of material existence, which is full of miseries. So this wicked mind is my best enemy. It pulled me into this material existence, which is full of distresses. Emana Duramati, Sansara Bhitari. Sansara is very painful. Sansara means birth, death, old age and disease. Painful. Emana Durmati Sansara Bhitare Puriyati Ami. Tava Nija Jan, my dear Lord, you have sent me your Nija Jan, your pure devotee, to rescue me from the clutches of this mind. You have sent me your messenger who is broadcasting, Srila Prabhupada, broadcasting to his books, to his Vani lectures, through his organized, beautifully organized organization, ISKCON. So, Prabhupada, Sadhu, you have sent me one of your messenger. That's your causeless mercy. Otherwise, this wicked mind would drag me more into material distresses. So already is. Mind can be very beautiful friend also, can be good friend. Bandhuratma manastasya ena atmaiva atmana jitaha. Bandhu, mind can be our best friend, best brother, friend. And this mind is wicked most of the time because we haven't become his friend. He hasn't become our friend. Big problem. Mind is a big problem. So mind should have proper engagement. Otherwise, it's like a ghost. It's like a time machine. Goes on and on and on. Never stops. Time machine. While sleeping also it wants to dream and make us go into distressful conditions. Actually, we are sleeping or not sleeping, we are in a dream. Mind has covered the soul completely. So that's a big layer, mind. These subtle layers. Mind, intelligence and false ego. Then there are layers: earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, false ego. So earth, water, fire, air, ether. Gross layers. The body is made up of these 5 elements. Then there are object of the senses, material object in a material world. Beauty for eyes, music for ears, smell for nose, etc. Corresponding, we say for corresponding senses. So they drag the spirit soul into 5 different directions. So Kathopanishad, Gita, is saying that there is a rath. The body is like a rath. And horses are our senses. And mind is a reins, mind reins. Intelligence is driving force, driver. And I am the passenger or owner of the rath or rider of the rath. And I want to go somewhere. I want to go back to home, back to Godhead. But 5 horses pulling rath into 5 directions. So the rath will become in intense tension. It will be in tension, depression. The rath will be of nowhere. It cannot go in any direction because 5 horses pulling rath into 5 directions. So what can rain do? Lagam kya karegi? And then what will driver do? The horses are not responding to driver's instruction, driver's direction. So where will passenger go? Will it go to destination, back to home, back to Godhead? No, it's not possible. Because we haven't learned to control, we haven't learned to train and control the driver, intelligence, the rein, the mind, the horses, the senses. So this is the problem, big problem. So a sadhu, saintly person, or a Goswami. Go means senses. Goswami. And that's our position actually. We're supposed to control the intelligence, mind, senses, sense object. Indriyani paranyahur, indriyebhyo param manah, manasastu parabuddhiryo, buddhehe parasastu saha. Beyond or the boss of object of the senses are senses. And the boss of senses is mind. And boss of mind is intelligence. And boss of intelligence is me, the soul. And boss of soul is super soul, Krishna. So this is a hierarchy in our existence, in our body. But right now our hierarchy is upside down. The object says they control the senses, senses control the mind controls the intelligence, intelligence is controlling the soul. So this is upside down. Our existence is upside down, and that's the cause of suffering. So we should become a very good player in this material world. We have to play with this material energy, material elements. We have to become smart. How I can come to my original blissful position? By controlling, just a little control, and all bliss will come. But if no control over senses, mind, intelligence, false ego, then all trouble starts. Every living entity is, especially human beings, can be topmost blissful personalities. But they are the most distressful and suffering souls than animals, trees, birds, beasts. The human beings are. Because the human beings are misusing their intelligence, mind, false ego, misusing for gratifying senses, not gratifying himself. So this is a big problem. So we should solve our problem. That's why we become devotee. Devotee means one who controls the urges of the sense, mind, intelligence. And by that they become blissful. Material world means a place of misery, because it is meant for misery. Krishna has created this material world not because he wants to torture living entity, because living entity wants. What can Krishna do? If a king is ruling kingdom, and in kingdom there are culprits, so for culprits he has to create a jail. He has no choice. Culprit means rebellious to king. That's what culprit means. So Krishna has created this both material and spiritual world. Ham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhav samanvita. He is the creator. He calls the sort, and he has right to call sort because he created, and he created for his enjoyment. Whatever we create, house, honey, money, we create that for our enjoyment. We use it. So similarly, Krishna created. Whatever he created has to be for his enjoyment. So he created everything for enjoyment, but culprits, living entity. So then he had to create this jail called material world, where living entity gets trapped. And jail means suffering. You don't have freedom. You are tortured every minute in the jail. So this is trap. Material world is big trap. So what to do? There is oasis. There is some shelter somewhere. And that is ISKCON. ISKCON temples. ISKCON set up devotees, scriptures. There is a good oasis where we can become immune to onslaught of this material nature. We can become immune to Maya, mind, intelligence, false ego. We can undo our coverings. We can get rid of our coverings. And we can manifest our original nature, which is full of knowledge, full of bliss, and full of eternity. So we can undo all these coverings and come to our natural constitutional position. That is to serve Lord and serve His devotees. That's our constitutional position. By doing that, we can become totally blissful. Savai punso paro dharmo yado bhaktir adokshaje aitukya pratiyata yayatma samprasiddhati. Total satisfaction. Yayatma samprasiddhati. Total satisfaction. You just have to do one thing. Aituki and pratiyata bhakti. Bhakti savai punso paro dharmo. We have to go back to our original constitutional position, which is to serve Krishna. And that service has variegatedness. It's because of variegatedness we have proper engagement for all senses, mind, intelligence. Our existence have proper engagement. So who can go wrong? So we have to just control little ourselves. That's all. Ourselves means senses, mind, intelligence. That's all. A little control over it. And so much happiness is waiting. The gratifying senses means you hit your head against the wall. You can never satisfy your senses enough. Dus parena analina cha. It's like burning like fire, senses. When you put fuel in the fire, not that fire will be satisfied because I have enough fuel. No, the fire will go like a blazing fire. Blazing. So, senses has to be controlled properly. Then mind is controlled. Indriyani paranyahur, indriya bhut paranyana. So the object of the senses are pure, transcendental. All object of all senses are pure and transcendental. Then senses will purify. it has no choice but to get purified. And when senses are purified, the touch of senses with the sense object from where the thought arises will be purified. Matra sparsasthu kamteya sitoshna sukadukada agama paino nitya tam titiksha bharata titiksha, tolerate. So matra sparsa, the touch of object of the senses with the senses, the thought develops. And that constant flow of thought is called mind. A constant flow of thought. A constant flow of water is called river. So a constant flow of thought from all the senses, from self-perception, the thought arises. And when those thoughts are with the pure object, pure thought, steady thought arises. And when that object of our senses are dirty, then all senses become dirty. Because matra sparsa, they come in contact with dirt. So, if our jagat, if our object of the senses are pure, then senses becomes pure, then thought becomes pure, then mind automatically becomes pure, because mind is like a river, constant flow of water, constant flow of thought, river. So when monsoon season comes, the water flows in the river very vigorously, speedy, then the water becomes muddy, very, very muddy and turbulent. So when the thoughts from all senses perception comes to the mind is constant flow of thoughts, and vigorous thoughts from all senses, all messages, the mind becomes polluted like river water in monsoon. Becomes polluted, becomes bechaind, becomes disturbed, and the mind is very polluted. So, in a summer season, the water in the river flows very steady, calm, cool. Then water is crystal clear. You drop the coin, you can see the coin at the bottom. Because very slow flow. So similarly, all the senses with sense object produces all these thoughts, very calm and cool and very steady. Then mind becomes very crystal clear, cool, sant, and that's why in the japa time we tend to sleep because it's calm and cool. The thoughts are very steady, spiritual, and mind becomes very peaceful, blissful, happy. Because the thoughts are very, very slow and steady. Crystal clear water in the river. This is what spiritual life offers us. The spiritual life gives us purified object to enjoy. We enjoy. A devotee enjoy more than karmis, sense gratifiers. We have everything very beautiful. Everything, same thing that they have, but we have in connection with Krishna. And that's why it is very beautiful and hence enjoyable. Perfect setting for spiritual soul, spiritual life, spiritual Krishna, spiritual ISKCON, spiritual devotees, spiritual house, spiritual prasad, spiritual everything. And that's why there is a secret of getting back into spirit, of enjoying, spirit of bliss. So when mind is peaceful, blissful, steady, then intelligence, who is the boss of mind, it discriminates properly. Go to temple, not brothel or cinema or go to temple. Go to Bhakti Vriksha, not shopping or so proper. So this is our existence. Intelligence discriminates properly. And then when intelligence, mind and sense objects are totally spiritual, the spirit soul becomes uncovered by all these layers. One by one, all these layers on a spirit soul becomes uncovered, manifest, unfold, and we become happy. It doesn't take much money, honey, house. It doesn't take much anything. It doesn't take much. In America, where we are right now, you pack up today and you can remain so much blissful. You can become so much blissful. Enough of everything. So, we want bliss, and that bliss only can come if we can purify our object of the senses by ahaituki apratihata yatma samprasidhati, by rendering transcendental loving devotional service to Krishna, which is uninterrupted, unmotivated. And immediately everything becomes in proper setting. Why? Because we are spirit soul, part and parcel of Krishna. And that's why we must serve Krishna. And only pure, nice, easiest method of serving Krishna is to call upon His holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Easiest method. And if we call upon Him, then that is called seva. We are serving by mouth and tongue. And then whomever you serve, that person loves you. If you serve dog, dog will love you. If you serve God, God will love you. And that love is bliss. That love is a bliss which we are looking for. So this is very basic and topmost understanding from the scriptures. So I'll pause here. I have a few books here explaining what I said. Bliss and beyond, Maya Kimar, what is Maya, layers, and Sadhu Sangha, how we can unfold by associating with devotees. So any question anybody has? Any question? Yes. That is why.
Material world, we experience happiness and sadness all the time, right? It's flickering. So why Krishna makes the world that way? Why doesn't he just make it all suffering all the time?
Because we want that. You want that. Krishna doesn't want. Just like a king doesn't want any jail in his kingdom. He wants to see his subject very, very happy, peaceful, blissful. Festivals. Mother, your father, mother, father, he doesn't want to see his child very distressful, but child wants that. Goes to school, you give them $1, $2, they misuse it because of the free will. The parent doesn't want, but child wants. So same thing with these living entities, they want to suffer. They want to become rebellious to Krishna. Krishna has bigger kingdom than this cloudy material world. But we want to suffer. Even now, we have everything. In the jail also we have everything. Holy name, Krishna, ISKCON, Guru, scriptures, everything we have. And it is a very blissful process. We have experienced that. And many, many saintly people have experienced in past. But who wants to take it up? Rebellious nature. Rebellious nature. Who wants to practice? Chant Hare Krishna 16. 2 hours. Your mantra is very big, long mantra. And on top 16 rounds. Very long. You don't want to take it up. You have to take up the process. You have to take up the process to get out. There is door, gate to the jail by which we can enter, by which we can get out. So this is a gateway, chanting holy name, surrendering to Krishna and Guru, surrendering to our scriptures. We can get rid of this material world which is suffering, place of suffering. Any other question? Yes?
You mentioned about the ahamkara. This ahamkara is the part of this nature, or nature means there is jad and chaitan.
Yes.
The chaitan is the...
It is jad.
It's jad.
Yes.
So then it's the, when the chaitan comes in association with the jada, then only the suffering starts. And how one can de-associate himself from this
Misidentification, that's where the suffering starts. Maya. I am blissful. I am bliss. But I think by misassociation, I think that I am matter, material body. So because you became material body, the material body's distresses are implicated to you. You have to disassociate yourself as a spiritual being, disassociate anasakti from material world, body, mind, intelligence, ego. They are there as a vehicle. We are supposed to use vehicle properly. By this vehicle we can go back to home, back to Godhead. By this vehicle we can go to hell also. Intelligence can drive us back to home, back to Godhead. So, coming back to your question, the soul is Sachidanand. But because of ahamkar, I am this body, I am this material world. Material world is spirit, is blissful. Misidentifying. That's a mistake. I am blissful, I am Sachidanand. But I am misidentifying. I am asakta, I am very attached to this material world. And attachment brings distress.
So Prabhuji, is it just an assumption? You're assuming that you're this material body, that's why you're suffering, or it's
Asakti.
what makes
You think you are the body. You have become one with the body. You have become one with the matter, which is distressful. By nature you are Sachidanand. But because you have Maya, you fall into Maya, mind. Aham, man. Aham mameti. Punsastriya maithuni bhavam. Etat tayo mitho hirade granthi mahur. Ata gruva kshetra sutapta vitair. Janasya mohoyam aham mameti. This is Maya. Attachment to house, family, opposite sex, punsastriya maithun, with the maithuni bhav, with the sex bhav, maithuni bhav, tayo mitho hriday granthi. By that, their hriday granthi becomes one. They become tied up with one another. And then from that time, hriday granthi, comes house, business, kamai, earning. Ata gruha kshetra suta, then progeny. After, then my relative, my mother, my father, my children, my apta, vita, then vita, money. You become attached to money then. And then aham mamiti, I am the body, I am the enjoyer, I am this matter. Then all the problem of the matter, body, comes to you. Because of oneness with the body, because of attached to the body, because of misidentifying ourselves with the body.
So, Prabhu,
Yes.
there's one more question I have. When this aham is a part of jad and Chaitanya aham
Is a part of,
is a jad, right?
yes.
So when soul leaves the body, when soul leaves this body and basically Chaitan goes away from this material world. And aham is the one which is making a soul to assume everything and suffer because of that. And when soul leaves, it means it gets de-associated. Why the next birth is based on
Because you are so much attached. So naturally your subtle body accompanies you. So you have to purify, you have to spiritualize your subtle body. You are always with subtle body. Mind, intelligence and false ego is a subtle body. And then subtle senses also accompanies you when you leave this body. So you have to train your senses to become spiritual. In other words, this is where you practice to become spiritual, to make your existence spiritual, mind, intelligence, false ego, senses. You practice here, purify, try to purify, and Guru Krishna will help us. They will help us. They are meant to help us. We have to endeavor a little. Make sense? Any other question? Yes?
How you will measure how much you purified?
How? Human?
And how much you purified your senses or not? How to measure that? Like how much you surrender, where you have just sometimes feeling comes, but actually you then again fall it. So how to maintain that? Okay, the purification and go for more surrendering and purify more senses. Are really purifying or just the confusion, or how to measure that?
There is a measurement, but I wouldn't worry about that. Just keep going into spiritual life, which is chanting holy name and association of devotees, and going to the temple Sunday feast and associate with devotees there and pick up the process. I wouldn't I wouldn't tell you this is a measurement, but I'll tell you. But you don't have to, in the beginning, you don't have to worry about it. Adau sraddha, tatha sadhu sangha, tatha bhajana kriya, tatha nartha nivritti syat, tatha nishtha ruchi, tatha bhava abhyudanchanti, sadhakanam ayam premna, pradurbhave bhavat krama. This is kram. In the beginning, you develop your faith. And faith means having staunch vishwas in scriptures, strong faith in scriptures, and whatever Krishna says, that is absolute truth. So you accept that immediately, without doubt. That is called faith. Then above for Adau Sraddha Tatha Sadhu Sangha. Then you endeavor to associate with devotees, Sadhu Sangha. Then Bhajana Kriya. You start chanting Hare Krishna, taking prasadam and worshipping Lord. Bhajana Kriya. Then Anartha, by Bhajana Kriya, all your anarthas, unwanted material conception of life goes away. Bhajana Kriya. Anartha nivrutti syat. Nishtha, solidified faith develops at that stage. Nishtha, ruchi, and that solidified faith You become interested intensely. Ruchi, taste develop for the spiritual life, chanting. So these are the steps. Taste develop, and then bhav, abhyudan, chanti. And then prema, Krishna prema comes into horizon. In your heart, Krishna prema becomes manifest, which is the goal of life. So these are the steps. But if you want to know how much you progress, or if you want to know right versus wrong, or anything, any advice, then the very beginning, Rupa Goswami is instructing one should accept a bona fide spiritual master. Then it becomes easy for us. Ado Guru Pada Asraya. The very first sadhana bhakti, 16 limbs of devotional service, is that you fix your Guru first. Ado Guru Pada Asraya. Then Krishna Dikshadi Shikshanam. Take shikshan, take advice from him. Krishna Dikshadi Shikshanam. Then Vishrambhara Guru Seva. Then you work, you serve the Guru without any doubt. These are all beginning step, is you accept Guru. That's the first thing. To get rid of Maya, you first Tasmat Guru Prapadeta Sayajigya. First fix your Guru. Tasmat Guru Prapadeta. Surrender to him. Tadviti Pranipati. Na. Excuse me. That is process. Then everything will be unfold. Everything will manifest in front of us. Any other question? Yes.
Can you explain Ahituki and Aparta?
Ahituki, very good. You remember that. Ahituki, Savai Punso Paro Dharmo, Param occupational duties of human beings, or Param Dharma, transcendental duty of every living entity, is Yato Bhakti Radoksaji, Yato Bhakti Radoksaji. Adoksaja Sri Krishna. Bhakti means seva, serving. And that service, that pure devotional service must be uninterrupted, unmotivated. Ahituki, unmotivated, and Ahituki, apratihata. Apratihata means constant, day in and day out. We should serve Krishna. So Ahituki, without any expectation. I want this, I want that, I want this. No want. I want to give you, I want to give you. Of course, what we are going to give him, that we have. It all belongs to him. But exchange of love. By giving him, we are exchanging love. So, Ahituki, apratihata. Ahituki means only, not expecting anything from Lord. Then the mind and intelligence becomes immediately peaceful, because no hankering, no lamentation. So, Ahituki, apratihata. Apratihata means constant, continuous, every minute, every second. Tel dharavat. Just like your tel means oil. When you pour oil, it is continuously pouring. Tel dharavat. Apratihata. Ahituki apratihata. Means Hamesh, all the time, we should be rendering transcendental loving devotional service to Krishna. Ahituki apratihata, ye atma samprati. Then the living entity can become totally satisfied. Total satisfaction. If you can render that kind of devotional service to Krishna. So that is what Ahituki apratihata means. Bhagavatam, the second, it's right in this first volume. That sloka. Savai punso paridharmo yato bhakti adoksaje Ahituki apratihata yayatma samprasithati. Very good. Any other question? Yes?
Guruji, how can we develop our love for Krishna? Like what can we do, every day?
What do you have to do to love your dog? Serve him. Give him chapati. Give him some, pet him, or call him. You know, they have name of the dogs. What? Judy, come here, or whatever name of the dog is. So when you serve the dog loves you, no? When you serve your child loves you. Every child will love mother. Why? Because mother serves the child. So if you want to love Krishna, then serve Krishna. Prabhupada says if you want dog love you, or you want to love dog, then you serve. So he gives a beautiful example, Prabhupada, that when husband comes home, the wife sit down and I love you, my dear, I love you, honey. But no service for honey is gone upstairs. No service for honey. So how honey is going to love you? You have to cook, at least cook or clean his laundry or something. Then honey will love you. Otherwise, I love you will not work. You have to love through service, seva. That's called bhakti. Seva is bhakti. Ahitukya pratiyata. Yes?
Uji, the dog, the child you are seeing every day, live in front of you. Right? So you do something, the dog responds to you. You give something to the child responds to you. Right? Now we know that Krishna is the ultimate. We know that. But that response, you don't get it right away. Right?
No, you will get right away.
No.
Krishna is not blind or Krishna is not inert or anything. You will get that right away from him. You will experience also. And we have seen devotees experiencing it. So he will reciprocate. He will reciprocate. Krishna will reciprocate with you. And many devotees experience it. They experience it. That was a question?
That was my question.
So answer is good or not? Krishna will reciprocate with you.
Well, I knew that answer, but something. Can you give some, then some more explanation or some example?
More explanation is that whomever you serve, he has no choice but to love you. That's a principle. So let's see. Example, Tatya anukampam susamikshamano punjan evatmakatam vipakam yatvak manovir vidatu namaste samukti pade dayabhakam. My dear Lord Krishna, Brahma says to Krishna in his prayers, my dear Lord, those who have surrendered unto you, those who are serving you, those who have offered you obeisances, Vidatu Namaste, those who have offered you obeisances, you have no choice but to love them. You have no choice. The dog has no choice. If you serve dog, he has no choice but to love you. Tatya anukampam. Anukampa. Lord will have to show his anukampa to you, his mercy to you. He will have to. He has no choice. But we should constantly serve him. And that love we will experience. Everybody is experiencing. Otherwise, 45 years, why would be doing this? I would be doing like you do, or like they do. But day in and day out, We are doing this because reciprocation. Krishna is reciprocating. We are deriving bliss from him. We have to keep serving. That's the idea. Then he has to love, he has no choice. And when he loves you, whole world will love you. Those who love Krishna, whole world loves him. No? And that's a bliss. We are looking for that love. Krishna, when Krishna loves you, everybody will love you. Any good devotee in the temple, everybody loves Krishna most. That's why he's good devotee. And then every devotee will love that devotee. Why? Because Krishna loves him. That is secret. Start serving intensely Krishna and his devotees, Guru, and everything will come.
So you explained, Prabhu, Prabhuji, you explained these steps.
Yes.
Krishna Prema being the final one.
Yes.
Krishna Prema being the final one.
Yes.
So until that Krishna Prema happens, isn't the service mechanical, or how do you?
Doesn't matter mechanical or transcendental, doesn't matter. Just serve. Just like dog, you mechanically serve him.
Perfect.
Just throw chapati without mind being there, or you hate the dog, but you just give the chapati to the dog. Doesn't matter what, he will love you. Because he hate me and give me chapati, I will not love you. Dog will say that. Because service renders. So you render service to Krishna under any consciousness, bad or good. Krishna will have to love you. It's like I gave dog example. You give chapati to dog by hatred, the dog will love you. Krishna loves us on top of it anyway, all the time. But we don't have created that relationship with him, sambandha. In a sambandha, we didn't, sambandh joda nahi. ये तकलीफ.
So Prabhuji, our mood of service matters less. The service matters more.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
Exactly.
Got it.
Any other question? Yes, Gopal.
Prabhuji, the devotees try to do the service, and they think that they are doing the service one way or other way, but due to some situation or circumstances or past deeds, whatever the reason be, they face the issues, they face the difficulties, and sometimes those difficulties are so much so that they are not able to proceed further in either direction, neither the devotional nor the material. So what is the advice, how they should
You have to take shelter of a guru. Guru is mercy incarnation of Krishna. Krishna Kripa, Sri Murti. But you have to adhere, you have to take his mercy. That's the last resort we have. The Guru is Krishna Kripa Murti. He is a mercy incarnation of Krishna. So, doesn't matter what, we should be very attached and remain connected with the Guru, who is representative of Krishna. Then he can uplift. We have to catch hold of that rope which he lowers into the well. When we are drowning in the well, the Guru from top lowers the rope. And that rope is called instruction of a Guru. And if you can follow that and catch hold of his instruction as a rope, then he can pull us out. Otherwise, there is no hope. Krishna sends. Other thing is holy name. You can take shelter of holy name. The holy name can pull us out. Other than this is sadhu sangha. They can pull us out also. Then there is mercy, Archa Vigraha incarnations like Jagannath, like Tirupati Balaji or Ranchura in Gujarat. Or these are prasiddha incarnation of Archa Vigraha for time memorial. So we should always remain in connection with this name, Guru, Archa Vigraha. Then that hope can be also remain. That one day I'll be pulled out. Ekaki Amar, Nahi Paye Bala, Harinama Sankirtane, Tumi Kripa Kari, Shraddha Bindu Diya, Deho Krishna Namadhane. Krishna se Tumar, Krishna dite par, Tumara Sakati Ache, Amito Kangal. Very good. Very good. Gurudev. And holy name. I am Kangal. I have no enough strength on my own. And that's why I am following blindly your footsteps. Any other question? Yes.
Can you give me the more light, like one of the lecture I heard Maharaj saying that sometime ahankar come in bhakti and then it's stopping your progress. So what is that like? Can you describe how to see that? Okay, sometime ahankara in bhakti and then.
Well, by rendering service bhakti to Krishna, we become blissful, very blissful. And ahankar means I did bhakti, So that nija janas maya dvansana smita, gopis even sing, nija janas maya. Krishna doesn't like that ahankar, nija janas maya. Smaya means ahankar, false ego. Nija janas maya dvansa. Krishna cuts that smaya, ahankar. We don't like that time when he cuts it. But he cuts it so that he can give himself to us. So question was?
Like when to realize, like in bhakti, the ahankara is now the more dominant, or your bhakti now dominant?
Okay, so the ahankar, when you think I am the best bhakta, I am doing very nice, I am doing good service, that's a good ahankar also. But bad ahankar, I am Krishna's tavasu. Krishna, I am yours. Krishna, I want to do service to you. That's a good ahankar. So there is bad ahankar, good ahankar. So bad ahankar, Krishna cuts that because he loves you. And that time we become disturbed also. But he cuts that ahankar. False ego and true ego. We should have true ego. I am serving Krishna in humble mood. I should serve Krishna. I am servant of Krishna is a true ego. And I am servant of Maya is a false ego. I am never servant of Maya. I am only servant of Krishna. So if it is a false ego, then he cuts. If it is true ego, then he fans that spark of true ego. Make sense? Any other question? Another question.
Prabhuji, with initially you mentioned that with a little control we can control the senses. So could you give some, like especially being in USA and Grihast ashram, and working professional, some practical scenarios, so how we can that little control?
Real little control over senses and mind, intelligence. A little control is that you chant, somehow or another chant your rounds, somehow or other you offer your food. That's a little. Least control. That will bring us. Then more control means going to temple, associating with devotees, serving temple, cooking in temple, cleaning in the temple is very good. It's a very scrubbing your heart. So control this. I have to go to temple every Sunday. I have to associate with devotees every Sunday. There is little control. Mala, 16, offering prasad. That's the least control you can do. Then elaborate. Nice temple in the home, nice serving, Lord of the home, and so much. You can, the more control you impose yourself, the more you unfold yourself, and more you become blissful. That's the minimum control. Any other question? Yes?
Generally, like the outside view.
Family?
When you go outside,
Yes.
the people are not in ISKCON or something. They have the questions like whoever do the more worship, they have sometimes very hard time.
Yes.
They are not even like not associated with any spiritual activity. Sometimes they are not. So like what is the way to justify that point? Like okay, sometimes yes, really that is not the hard time or not the struggle for devotee. Is something blessed. So how to justify to that?
Just like your father. Your father is most merciful to you, but you want to suffer. Smoking, drinking, bad habits, wrong thinking. Father wants to help you, but you want to suffer. So Krishna never makes his devotee suffer. Never. That is not his plan. His plan is Sarve Sukhino Bhavantu. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Bhadrani Parshantu. So Krishna wants to see every living entity to be happy. That is his plan. So, but by Maya's influence you want to suffer. What Krishna can do? What Krishna can do? So, devotees, they never suffer. He takes special care of devotees. And even if they suffer, it is minimized so much by Krishna for the devotees. So much minimized. But a real devotee, a true devotee, a pure devotee never suffers. Because he is on a transcendental spiritual platform where there is a bliss and nothing else but bliss. Just like Kunti. She went through whole big wrath of Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra. And until she says, let this calamity comes on me again and again and again. Vipada santu tat sasuta tatra tatra jagat guru bhavita darsanam yasyat apunar bhava darsanam. Because in these calamities, I see your darshan, I see your, we have your audience, we have your darshan. So I don't care for these calamities, I care for you. Let this come on to me again and again. So every devotee's mood is, there is no suffering, it is Atma level, spiritual level, there is no suffering. The devotee never suffers. If you ask a devotee, he is blissful. If Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, if you ask him, how you travel and what is this body and this? I am not the body. It's a totally on spiritual level. We think that he is suffering. We think, but you ask devotee, you ask Meera, are you suffering? Meera will never say I suffer. So Kunti, she is asking for more suffering because I can have your audience, I can have your darshan. That's bliss. Prahlad Maharaj, he was given so much suffering. But he asked Prahlad Maharaj, no. He was chanting, blissful, Lord, and Lord came. So if somebody is suffering, if devotees are suffering, he is not a devotee. He hasn't come to the transcendental platform. That means he will fall also. I am doing so much for Krishna and I am suffering. He hasn't understood the transcendental platform where there is only bliss. Any other question?
Guruji,
Yes.
whether we should focus on loving Krishna or whether we should focus on soul and body, all these kind of concepts.
Loving Krishna.
So why?
In loving Krishna, all these things is included.
Because that is unconditional, right?
Huh?
Loving Krishna it should be unconditional. No?
Yes.
We should not be involve ourselves into in such kind of things.
No.
Whether what body is doing, what soul is doing, whether we'll get the moksha or not,
When you,
16 round of
when you
chanting.
serve Krishna, then all these things that you're talking about will be in a proper perspective. You will see properly when you love Krishna. Love of Krishna includes everything. You cannot love Krishna unless you serve Him. And you cannot love Krishna unless you serve unmotivated. Love includes perfect package. Love is perfect package. If you love Krishna, then everything that He likes will happen. Everything. If your wife loves you, then wife automatically take tension, depression, trouble for you. Everything included in that love. If she doesn't love you, then nothing is included. The main goal is to love Krishna, by which you can love everything, by which you can live that is not connected with Krishna. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsarya, any dirty thing. You will be able to leave it right away because you want to love Krishna. Krishna love doesn't include this dirt. Any other question? No. Yes?
Our senses or the intelligence is conditioned because of we are in this material world. How one can understand Krishna's love with this conditioned body and conditioned senses?
Love is, you are spirit and love is spirit. So it connects right away. Same nature. Then the material body or material world or material anything is not same nature, so it will not connect. Just like water in the oil. They both will not connect each other. They are not same nature. They don't have same nature. But because spirit, love, these all everything spiritual has same nature.
Then if that's the case, then if you're saying the same nature, Chetan and the Jad is not same nature, then how they come into the contact and
Asakti, misconception. It is Maya, illusion. that I am. It doesn't come, body and soul not becoming one. They always remain separate. But because soul thinks I am, attached I am to the body. That's why misidentification, misunderstanding, ignorance, Maya is ignorance, everything, they don't come together. Maya and soul, they don't. Body and soul, they don't. They remain separate.
Sorry for the if they are two separate things and they are not of the same nature, they don't go together. How this association happens of the Chetan with the Jad? How then suffering starts?
There is no association, misidentification, consciousness.
It's just understanding.
Yeah. Car, I am the car, I am polishing car, I am the car. And when car hits truck, oh, you hit me, rascal, you hit me. He didn't hit you, but you have become one with the car. So you say, you hit me, rascal, you hit me. He didn't hit you. He hit your car. So you are misidentifying yourself with the car. And that's why you get distress. The footpath people, they see you banged up, they're laughing at everything. And you are crying. Because they are not attached to your car, they haven't become one with your car. You have become one with your car. So like that, we are misidentifying ourselves with this material body, material world. We are not one. Spirit cannot be matter. Any other question? Yeah.
Krishna says that give all your occupational duties and surrender to me. So what does that mean? Like, do we have to leave everything?
That means you give yourself to me. Man mana bhava. You give your mind, you give your intelligence to me. You give yourself to me. That's what he means. You become mine. You give yourself to me means when a child gives itself to mother, means giving, there is no reservation of any kind. So, giving to Krishna, what was your question again?
Give up all occupational duty and surrender unto me.
Yeah, so occupational duty and surrender unto him means that you give yourself to him. Occupational duties are meant for body. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. All occupation is meant to sustain our body. So Krishna says, you give yourself to me. You become my devotee. Man mana bhav mad bhakto. Become my devotee. Mad bhakto. Bhakti means love. Give me your love. So that's what it means. Giving ourselves to Krishna means give our love to Krishna.
So to her question, don't give up what you are doing
Yes,
professionally
no.
or keep doing that.
Exactly. You have to keep doing your material duties.
Duties, yes.
And you give yourself to him. The spirit should surrender to Krishna. We should surrender to Krishna. And that's why we should take out 10% of our income, minimum, manusmriti, and give it to Krishna. So we can learn to give to Krishna ourselves. That's a practice to give ourselves to Krishna. Give 10% of our income to Krishna. Very difficult to give to Krishna. Somebody to tell